Are we rolling? Hi, I am an experimentalist, particle physics, LHC collider physics, Atlas PhD student. You don't actually need to know much physics in order to do experimental particle physics. If you come across a difficult physics concept that you don't understand, you just ask your theorist friends. How do you simulate a pseudo-scalar? What is a pseudo-scalar? Why is dark matter partisalan? Drell-Yan loop corrections. Lepto quarks. What the flup are instantons? Axinos? Relic density. SU2L. Okay, what actually is spin? Symmetry. 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 Symmetry is the flex tape of particle physics. If there's a concept that you don't understand why it's weird, the answer is it's probably due to symmetry. At CERN, we like to use our own built-in-house programming language / plotting software / file format called root. It's based on C++ macros. Stack fault. Segmentation violation. It's still giving me a number that we're still trusting for some reason. I mean, look at this plot and color design and look me in the eye and tell me this is not the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in the world. Wait, why are you giving me a different answer every time I'm running on the same file? I'm just printing out what's in the file. 24 plus 35 is 127. We like our code built in-house. Software engineers. This is undebuggable. Do you know who has worked on this part of Athena? Oh, yeah, we still use Skype. They've graduated and left the field. Oh, they've retired. They've died. I mean, it's not too bad trying to read these DoD files. So like, I've gotten this system to work where like I have this Jupyter notebook in Python 3. And so in Python 3, I call a bash script to set up Atlas and the Athena setup that's needed to set up PyRoot. And then I call from this bash environment Python 2, which then calls PyRoot and then manually loops over the file and then writes it out into a readable file that can be read back in by the Python 3. It works like half the time until the Athena release gets blacklisted. And then you have to go on the Twiki and basically try to see which releases aren't blacklisted, but still have the correct root version and also doesn't crash Python. Although they're trying to move to this new type of derivation where like the information I need isn't actually saved anymore. Twiki is like our internal documentation. It is not searchable. So basically, if you need to find something, the way you search it is that you ask your supervisor and you hope that they bookmarked the page that you're looking for. You have bookmarked the link to the list of not blacklisted Athena releases. And condors down. How on earth am I causing failovers on the grid when I'm running locally? Okay, what do I do? So basically, I'm part of the small analysis team of 50 people. So we basically don't have first author papers. All 2,000 people in the collaboration are just put on every single paper in alphabetical order. Academic communism. So there's a lot of non-physics work that needs to be done on Atlas that no one really wants to do because it's not physics. So what we do is we force all of the first year PhD students to spend half of their first year, actually it's more like first 2 out of their 3 years, on one of these tasks so that they can be put on the author list. This does have the unintended consequence that all of the base framework and essential code in Atlas is done by people who don't know what they're doing. Yeah, so basically this means that the H index is a meaningless metric in our field. Career advancement. Oh yeah, so career advancement basically just works on like visibility. So kind of like, academic nepotism. Okay, anyways, what do I do? So essentially, when you're looking for these new particles in the LHC, it's sort of assumed that when like this new particle is produced in the proton-proton interaction, that it dies immediately. But like, what if it doesn't? This is what we call long-lived particles. They tend to live between 0.01 and like 10 nanoseconds. So basically, if it gets to fly through the detector a bit and then it decays, it produces a signature called a displaced vertex. And so my analysis is looking for these displaced vertices in the Atlas detector. Yeah, we didn't find anything. But at least we got to exclude the possibility of these existing. Hey, proving something's not there is a result. Do I enjoy it? Yeah, I enjoy it. The skiing is quite nice. R1 beers. So the last time we discovered something was the Higgs boson in 2012. Well, have I already told you about the Higgs boson yet? Oh yeah, Susie's dead. I mean, it's just all of the easy places that Susie can be hiding have already been searched. And so now we're kind of looking at the more harder to search places. I don't think it's fair to say that we're kind of just like sweeping the little corners of phase space that are left. Okay, so if you look at this little corner of phase space. Oh, what's Susie? Okay, so basically the Higgs mass is kind of weird. And we think that the reason why it's weird is that all of the particles that we know exist secretly have a super partner other particle that we haven't discovered yet. Loop corrections. It also needs like 4 extra Higgses for it to work. I don't know why. Yeah, none of these like 50-ish new particles that we need have been discovered yet. It's called Susie breaking. Naturalness. Why do we need 4 extra Higgses? Symmetry. We encourage work-life balance. Many academics sign off their emails by saying that they don't expect you to work outside of working hours. It's an incredibly international field. I mean, every week I have my analysis team meeting with my collaborators based in like Adelaide, Tokyo, middle of Europe, UK, East Coast, Central, West Coast, North America. It's always an ungodly hour for at least 2/3 of us. Oh, where am I now? Oh no, actually, I'm on vacation in Estonia right now. Well, I mean, the analysis is requesting EV soon, so like the work's got to get done. Oh no, academia is very flexible. Work-life balance. Remote work is allowed. Well, I mean, if I screw up to Estonia and like no one's in the office to notice, do I make a sound? Did you really think that any university's physics department looks this nice? At CERN, we like to keep a certain type of aesthetic with our buildings. Think abandoned warehouse. LHC black hole portal to hell. Well, I'm absolutely flattered there's people out there who think my research has that many real-life applications. Completely delusional, but I'm flattered. I used to know things. So you never really become an expert in anything in Atlas. Basically what happens is all of the real experts get forced out of the field, leaving only you, which means now you're the expert. So we're doing upgrades. So essentially what happens is when you have the bunch crossing in the collision, we're trying to increase the number of actual protons inside those bunches that actually collide and interact. This is so that the more proton-proton interactions there are, there's more of a chance that we discover something, especially if it's a very rare process. Unfortunately, this means that we have to upgrade all of our hardware to be able to deal with all these extra collisions. Unfortunately, due to the energy crisis, we might only be able to actually run the collider for half the time. So I guess the number of collisions would be the same. Yeah, we've had a few teething issues with Run Tree. Oh no, but all the experiments have had teething issues. Atlas triggers didn't work. CMS had a huge leak that kind of put a really big hole in their detector. At least didn't get their lead collisions. LHB literally exploded. It's okay, commissioning here. If the task takes too long to do, you just compress the rest of the Gantt chart. So for the upgrades that we have to run for, they're kind of being delayed at the same rate as time. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, the sensors are doing really, really well until you cool them down to the operating temperature, at which point they start cracking. Oh yeah, the FCC. I really hope they put an access point in the middle of that camel so I have an excuse to paddleboard to work. Wait, why does my limit plot look like spaghetti? And stack